Okay, uh, fine. Okay, so guys, okay, I think few of the people have already submitted the assignment, the latest one, but I have told to just re optimize it based upon our last sessions that I have taken with you yesterday. Okay, I'm expecting everyone to complete these assignments within 2-3 days, because you'll be getting some more assignments after these sessions. Okay, and these are really required for your practice point of view. Okay, so in last session, what we discussed about your AND or operators. We discussed about your short circuiting operator. This is an interview question. People ask, what is a short circuit operator? So both AND operator or operator are considered to be a short circuit operator. Okay, and what is the condition for short circuiting them? That if you have a single true in case of your AND, okay, or you have a single false. Okay, in case of your AND operator, what happens if you have a single false? It is going to short circuit. It is going to move to the next else part. In case of your or operator, where short circuiting happen when you have a single true, either at initial or in middle or at the end. So as soon as it finds a single true, it is going to short circuit the condition. Come to what? Come to your else part. Fine. Apart from that, we discuss what if else if, then we discuss about switch case statements. What are the different use cases, real time use cases we can work on for the switch cases, and we discussed upon the different conditions a switch case can actually handle. Okay, now today what we have to discuss, guys, this is really important topics, and it will be keeping a base for you for all the automation framework creation, for your Java codings and much more. So that is what your loops. Okay, loops concept. How many types of loops we have in Java, and what are the most used ones? Okay, so I'll tell you. So we have almost 3 types of loops. Fine. First is your what? For loop. Second is your what? While loop. And third is your what? Do while loop. Fine. We have another loops also, but that is an advanced version of loop that I'll be telling you in the advanced chapters of Java or with the Selenium. So this is what? For each loop. Okay. So this is very useful in case of your Selenium writing automation frameworks. So not discussing it right now. Apart from that, we have another category of loops, that is your nested loops. Okay, nested loops can be your both anything. It can be for nested, it can be while nested, do while nested, anything. So nested is something that loop inside loop. So today we'll be trying to discuss all those 4 loops except this uh, for each. Let's keep this for Selenium part. I'll just write it for Selenium. Mm. Okay, now, so I'll just first of all open a what slide that I've kept for you just to make sure how your yes while loop is working. So first of all, we'll discuss about while loop. What is while loop? So in while loop, what we do, we have some starting point. Fine. Let us just try to understand first of all from this flow diagram. Then obviously we'll be moving to coding part. We have some starting condition. A start is there. Fine. First of all, that loop will actually check a condition. If my condition is true, where it is moving to me, it is actually executing some statements. Fine. After the statement is executed, it is again going to check the condition. Fine. This is going to happen, or this is going to create a loop for me. Fine. And till when this loop is going to be executed? Until and unless my condition fails. And as soon as my condition fails, can you see this? It is exiting the code. It is exiting the entire loop. Hmm? Fine. Now, another thing. 2 cases are there. Start, condition check, statement, execute the statement. If condition is true, go into that loop and keep on performing these actions. As soon as the condition falls, exit it. Second way, what happens if I am saying that my condition is failed at the starting point only? Means loop Java is checking the condition for the while loop and my condition didn't match. So where it will go? It will directly go to false or exit part. It is directly going to come out of the loop. Okay. So these are the 2 conditions that comes in the while loop. First of all, while if I hear about the while loop, then I should know that condition check is there, execute the statement. recheck the condition until and unless it is false. As soon as it is false, exit it. Okay. I hope it is easy, understandable. Fine. Now, let us just see if I'll say what that Nitin, just try to write or print, write a program to print the what numbers from 1 to 10. Okay. What will you do? Will you try to write in this way? A simplest approach of what I'm saying is what? Um, this way. Just a second. Hmm? This can be one of the approach, but this is the most worst approach. People write, if they don't have any knowledge, that's obviously a starting part. They write, but is this a good condition? Let's suppose if even if I am running this particular a program, it is printing 1 to 4 for me. But what happen if I am saying or interviewer saying just try to print a values for me and numbers from me 1 to 10,000? Will this be a good approach then? When my numbers are more, when my actually my execution or output to be printed is more, then in that case what comes into our mind is loop. Okay, that I just want to go inside a loop. Okay, initialize my condition. As soon as my condition is passing, execute the statement, and once I am done, once all my number are printed, just exit it. Hmm? Okay, now first of all tell me, before writing a code for this, where my loops are actually used. What can be the real time some use cases for me? Hmm? So these are really used where? In my automation frameworks. So let's suppose visualize it that you have an Amazon website, and I am telling you that you have to search all the links on a particular web page. Okay, as soon as you find them, just uh, store it somewhere and then print it. How you're going to do? Obviously you're going to use some loops for it. Okay, take the entire 1,000, 10,000, 100 web links from the web page. Okay, store it somewhere and then going to print it. This is one of the use case. What other use case we have? If I am saying that you have a drop down, you have a country drop down, and we have around what, 240 plus countries, huh? In real world. So are we going to check for single country every time? No, we are going to take all the countries list from the drop down, store it somewhere, then print it on the console. This is another real-time use case for your what? Loops. Hmm? Apart from that, if I am saying that check for a particular element on a web page, okay, like whatever web element you can consider on the Amazon website, as soon as that particular element is visible, then what you do? Click on it. For all these cases, guys, loops are required. So try to understand them conceptually, okay, logically, fine. Then try to practice all the questions that I'll be sharing. Guys, if someone is unmute, kindly mute them. Thanks. Okay, now let us try to solve this question. If I want to write a number from 1 to 1,000, how will I am going to do that? So first of all, make sure you initialize a number. Okay, you will be taking number from somewhere. Fine, you have to start it from somewhere because you have to print from 1 to 10,000, 1 to 100. Now, what will you do? You will write a while loop. In the while loop, you have a what? A brackets, as we have in case of your if condition. Similarly, this is a while loop where we have to set some condition. Now, what will be the condition? Hmm? I'll set a condition. Afterwards, let us just first try to uh, tell what compiler has to print. What do you want to print? We have to print a number. Okay, let me just take this as a number only, otherwise you'll confuse it. So will this print a number for me? Fine. Okay, now what should I do and write a condition and while loop that it should actually print a number for me from 1 to let it be 1,000, not 10,000, it'll be more. Okay. Hmm? Okay, let me just write it for you. If I am writing number less than equal to 100 or 1,000, Sagar, can you please be on mute? Yeah, guys, please be on mute, please. Okay, so see this, I have a number starting from 1. Okay, my condition is interviewer told me that you have to print a number from 1 to 1000. Fine. Will this be a correct approach? Huh? Can you see this? Inside while loop, what I have written? I have written a condition that you have to run this loop till when? Till your number become thousands. Okay. Now see this. Come on the 18th line. Number is 1. 1 is less than equal to 1000. Yes, it is equal to less than equal to 1000. Should I print number? Yes, it is going to print the number 1. Okay. And then it is going to check the condition again. Hmm? What do you think, guys? What should it print? Let me just run this program for you. Just see this. Okay, just see the console. Can you see this? Infinite loop is working. 1 1 1 1 1. I'll just terminate it, otherwise the memory will be lost. Can you see this? Infinite 1. Why is that so? Because we have seen that starting point is clear, condition checking is clear, this is getting true, statement is working fine, it is getting printed, again the condition is being checked. Now there is a bug in this code. What? The condition is always true. How? Number is always 1. I'm not increasing the number. So every time this statement is printed, it is going to again to the while loop, checking the number is 1. Okay. It is less than 1000, print 1. Again, it is going to the while loop, number is 1. What should be the case in this case then? What should we do to correct it, to fix the bug? These are the interview questions, guys. Interview just directly put this small code in front of you and helps you to understand, tell me what is the issue in this, or what is the output I am expecting. So see this. Will this solve the problem? Oh, number. Will this solve the problem? Okay, let us just try to analyze it. Now, what will happen in this case? Int number is initialized by 1. Okay. While condition comes, number 1 is lesser than 1000. Yes, it is. It will go on 21st line. It is going to print a number 1. Okay. Then what it is going to do? It is going to increase the number by 1. It is a post increment operator. Okay. We all know that. Till now, the number is 1. After coming out from this loop, the number will be 2. Then again, it is going to check a condition that number 2 is less than 1000. Yes, it is. It is going to print the number again. Fine. Then increment it by 1. And till when this loop will work? Till your number becomes 1000. So as soon as your number becomes 1000, it is again going to check if your number is less than equal to 1000. Yes, it is going to print the number 1000. Then it is going to initialize or increment a number by 1, that becomes 1001. Now it is going to check again the condition whether 1001 is lesser. No, it is not. It will going to come out from the loop. Fine. Can we check this? Now see this. Can you see this? All the numbers are getting printed from 1 to 1000. Perfect. So you should keep in mind that you should always have some condition check. That is fine. This is a condition check. Okay. Condition check and what? Increment. Why? So to hold your condition true and to break your loop at least somewhere. You have to break your loop somewhere. Correct? You cannot just infinite time runs this loop. Correct? Now, second thing. Tell me what? How about if I am writing, guys, this way? This way. Will there be any some other output? Huh? Since it is a pre-increment operator, does this going to create any changes for my code? Let us check this out. First, number is 1. Number condition is checked. 1 is less than 1000. Yes, it is going to print your number 1. It is now going to pre-increment. Everything remains same because here I'm not printing anything after this number. Correct? Otherwise, it could have caused an issue for us. Same thing happening as it was happening for my previous case. So either I have a post increment operator or a pre-increment operator. It is going to work for me in the similar way until and unless I am going to print a number again here. Okay. It could have made a difference. Fine. Now, let me just run this loop again to make sure that pre-increment, post increment does not have any issue here. And it is going to print me 1 to 1000. Perfect. I'll just take a number 100. Otherwise, lot many console output is there. Fine. How about in this way? If I'm just see all these things I'm telling you because you can write. This was an interview question. There was 4 options given that if I have written the code in this way now, plus plus number, number plus plus, number is equals to number plus 1, and one more option was there. How about in this case? So I told you guys, num plus plus or post increment or pre increment is only going to increment by 1. What's happening in this case? See this. Number is 1. Condition check. Success. It is going to print number 1 here first. Okay. Now number is what? First initial number is 1. 1 plus 1 becomes 2. Fine. The same thing was happening in case of a post increment and pre increment. Condition check again. 2 is less than 100. Yes, it is going to print 2. Fine. Now, what is the number 2 right now? 2. 2 plus 1, 3. It will be given to number again. Number becomes 3. Condition check successful. Again, 3 will be printed. And in this way, it is going to work for you till the 100 number. Can we see this now? Let us see this for this one also. Can you see this? 1 to 100 number are going to print it. Fine. So in this case, num plus 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 num or num is equals to num plus 1, all are going to work in the similar way. No issues, no errors. Okay. No changes in the output. Fine. I hope you understood now. Okay. Okay. This is one of the case. Now I'll just comment this down. So guys, if you have to comment it, what you have to do, just select this all, control /. Okay. If you have to unselect it, control / again. This is going to, this is the multiple line comments that we talk. Fine. Okay. Now let us take a case where I'm seeing what? I'm seeing this one. I hope you can relate it now with the previous, sessions that I have taken. Fine. If I'm printing it in this way, welcome Java. Can you tell me what is the expectations and the output I am expecting from you? It is going to print welcome Java 1 time, 1000 times, not going to print anything at all, or infinite loop. Huh? So I told you in case of your if condition also, what? See this loops keep on going, keep on going. I just need to terminate from this red sign, terminate it. Fine. So see, this is an infinite loop condition. Why? Because I have directly hard coded this true condition. What I told you in if also, that you need to check a condition with a boolean op. Okay, either it will be true or false. If I have hard coded this condition as true, it is going to go into that infinite loop condition only. Now see this, see one more thing. If I'm going to do it false, what is the response I'm getting? See this unreachable code. In the case of your if else, what it was a dead code. So unreachable code and dead code are mostly the same thing. Now what is the difference here? Why it is giving the red line? If you remember, in case of your if else, if your condition was not satisfied, then it was going on to the else part. But where it will go here? With while loop or with for loop, we never have any other loops. Means I cannot write for while, I cannot write while if, we cannot write in this way. That's why we only have a single loop in that condition. And if I am giving this condition false, where it will go? Nowhere. That's why it is saying that, Nishant, if you're giving this false here, your condition is not satisfied. Why? What should I do? How can I go on to this line? That's why, you should keep in mind what to give. Just don't hard code it. That's what I told in the previous sessions also. How can you optimize this code? Tell me, how can you optimize this code? Now, see this. What if I am giving, what if I am giving a boolean, okay, and a flag variable I am giving, guys, as what? Let it be false, true, anything. Doesn't matter for me. Can you see this? Now the issue is gone. Why it is so? Because now my value depends upon the external factor. That whatever, so just consider a case, visualize a case. If you're getting some data from the database and the database is giving a false for you, and you have stored it inside a variable, then this variable is being dependent upon the value. Okay, you're not hard coding the value itself. So if your condition is false based upon the flag you have set, it is not going to print anything, or it is. See this, nothing is there. Now what if I say that your database is going to give you a value true and you're storing the same value inside a flag, and now it is going to check whether your condition is true. Now what will happen? See this. Infinite loop, one time welcome Java, or what? See, same thing, same. It is going to go in the infinite loop. Why? Because your condition will always become true. है ना? Since your condition is true, it is going to execute the next statement, then again condition check, then next statement, going to go in the infinite loop. So make sure you should not give any value, either it is hard coded or it is via variable, where in your conditions, either in your if condition or else condition, every time make sure that your loop should be broken down or broken at the end. Guys, you have to come out of the loop, correct? After executing your cases, your statements, whenever your work is done, obviously you have to come out of the loop. Okay. Okay, this is one of the case. Now, what if I say in the similar way? See, you have seen that this is what a condition where loop is going into an infinite pipe. What if one of you says that, Nishant, can't we apply some brake here as we have in cars? Huh? So I told you brakes are applied where? Your brake is applied in case of your switch statement, as we have seen in the previous session. It is not applied in case of your if else loop or if else if loop. It is applied for what? For loop, while loop, do while loop, and in switch cases. Yes, we can apply a brake here. How? See this. So this is a brake statement that you should actually know where to use, how to use. This is really important. In case of your Selenium automation framework, when you will be working on or writing the Selenium code, you will then understand that why I was saying it is very important. Now, can you see this? Now, can you tell me the output? What it should print for me? A infinite loop, a one-time welcome Java, or what? See this. See this. See the change now. Only one-time welcome Java. Why? Because it checked that while your condition is true. Okay, I'll go on the 20th line. I'll print a welcome Java for you. Okay, then is there any other statement needs to be printed? Yes, there is a statement which is break, and hence this break statement will actually makes you come out of the entire loop. Fine. As soon as it comes out of the loop, no condition check again. I'm good with that. Okay, I hope you understood. Now see one more thing. These things all will go, are going to clear all up, all the logics of yours. Now see what I'm trying to do in this case. Okay, we'll have something, not boolean. What we will have? We will have something like int t is equals to 1. Okay, and I'm saying t should be less than equal to 10. Okay, similar sort of a number thing. Now what I'm saying, let it print number. Whatever number I'm giving, t1 to 10, it should print. Fine. And now what should I do? I'm saying one more thing, that if, now see this guys, in case of your loops, okay, whatever loop it is there, for, while, do while, whatever it is there, you can have your if else condition also inside these loops. Okay, you can nest them. These are the nested conditions. So if else was used separately, cool, but if else can also be used as a nested part of your while, for, do while, that I'll be telling you. Okay, now this is one of the case when I'm nesting if condition, because see, this is the use case, a real-time use case you will be working in Selenium. That's why I am clearing up all your logics, because at that time obviously I won't be having time to clear up your basics. So just try to understand. What if I'm saying if your value is 5? Okay, it's an equal to operator. I have already told you. Fine, not an assignment operator. It is saying what if your value becomes 5? What should you do? You should print what? A different message. My code is successful. Okay, this should be the message. Fine. Now tell me what it should print. Tell me. First of all, what I left? I just left that what? T plus plus also, because otherwise, every time it is going to print an infinite loop for me. Now what's happening? See this. In t is equals to 1, t is less than 1 is less than 10. Yes, it is. It is going to print the value of t here, like 1. Fine. Then these all are the statements. Fine. This is an increment operator. So all these statements are going to be worked as soon as your condition is matched. Fine. Now it is going to come inside the if condition, check that whether your t is equal to 5. No, it is false. It won't go inside this. Then it is going to increment your t by 1. So your t becomes 2. T becomes 2. 2 is less than 10. Yes, it is. It is going to print a number 2 for me. Fine. It is going to check again whether your t is equal to 5. No, it is not. Again going to increment, and in this way it is going to print 3, 4. Now as soon as 4 is printed, it is going to increment by 1 and t becomes 5 now. Okay, Now 5 is less than 10. Yes, it is going to print 5. Yes, it is going to print 5. Okay. Now it is going to come inside the if condition again, whether your 5 equal to 5. Yes. Now my this condition matches, and I am going to come inside this loop, means if condition, and what I am going to print? I am going to print this for you. Fine. Fine. Then should I increment the t by 1? Yes, I should. So now 5 becomes 6. Again, 6 will be matched. 6 is less than 10. Same thing happen. Now see the response. See the output of it. Can you see this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 as I printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then my code is success is printed. And then again t becomes increase 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Easy. Now, what if you say that Nishan, I just, you know what? I just want to check one condition that if my condition is matched successfully, if my t is 5, okay, then what should I do? I need not to print this 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I just need to break out. How will you do this? Simple. Just print a break statement after this. So what this break statement will do, it is going to break from the entire loop. I told you in the previous example sessions also that you cannot apply the break in if, else if, or else. But this if is where? It is inside a loop, while loop. Similar thing will happen in case of a for loop. So if your if, else if some conditions are there, which is in your while loops, you can apply a break directly. And this break is not only going to make you out from this if condition, it is going to make you out from this entire loop. And that's what is the actual use case of a break statement. As soon as compiler sees a break, it is going to break the entire loop for you. Either it is a for loop, do while loop, anything it is there. Not only going to break this particular thing, entire loop. Now, can you see this, the response? Will 6, 7, 8, 9, 8 should be printed? No. Why? Because as soon as it is found t is 5, okay, I am printing my code is success and I am breaking it. No need to go on to this also. Break the entire loop. Now see the change. See it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My code is success. I'm happy. So this was the use case in Selenium. How? I'll tell you. So there were, let's suppose 100 of the elements, 100 of the links on the web page. And I am telling you that Nitin, what should you do? If you find this particular link with this name, okay, just print this particular element or the link name, come out of the loop, break it. I don't want any other web links to be printed on my console. I just want till that part to be printed. This is an actual real-time use case. Huh? Okay. Now, let us see some more examples. I hope this is clear, you guys. I'll just comment this down, otherwise variable issues will be there. Okay. So what I told, we can use a while loop. While loop is actually used for checking the condition. Once condition checked, a statement will be executed. And then we need to give some increment, decrement based on our logic. Again, condition check, again a statement true, executed. Once it is false, break out the loop. After that, we have seen what? If condition. Okay. Inside that nested for your while loop. If you apply a break, it will work till there only. If you don't apply a break, it will work entirely. Fine. Now, what if I'm saying, let me just think of a question. Okay. Okay. Let me just try to write it for you. If I'm saying int r is equals to 1, let it be. And I'm saying a while condition that my r is less than equal to 100. Okay. Keep on checking the condition is matching or not. Yes, it is matching. Okay. What should you do? You should first of all print this r only for me. Then what should you do? See this. See this. What I'm saying, r modulus 5 equal to 0. What is this modulus operator? So this modulus operator, guys, is, you have used or written a code when to find a even or an odd number. How does this work? So it works like you are actually dividing this particular r by 5. Okay. And after division, whatever remainder will be there, it is going to be compared with the 0. Okay. So this modulus operator always going to give you a remainder. That remainder has to be checked with what? 0 or whatever condition like I am giving it here. Okay. But understand that modulus operator is always going to give you what? A remainder, not a quotient. It always checks for remainder. Now, what is this thing? See this? Yes. What it is? This thing r divided by 5. It is always going to give you a what? A quotient. Quotient which we say. Fine. And not the remainder. Okay. Now, what I'm trying to explain, just try to understand. I have printed a number r there. I am just checking condition. If my r or a number is actually completely divisible by 5, I need not to have a remainder. In that case, what should you do? Just print what? I am just printing that r and concatenating is with is a what? Perfect number. It's not a perfect number. Okay, I'll just there's a separate concept, but for English, let's write it. R is a perfect number. Fine. Now, anything else left? R is equal to 1. Okay, 1 is less than 100. Condition check successful. Yes. Going to print a number for me. R. Yes. Fine. Then it is going to check if 1 is divisible by 5 completely. Is it divisible by 5? No. I am going to get a remainder 1. It is not going to come inside this particular loop. This if condition. No, it is not going to come. Then what? Where is my increment decrement operator? I have to increment the value by 1 also. No? Otherwise, it will go again into my what? Infinite loop. So what should be the response in this case, guys? See this. See. Can you check it? It printed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 till here, 5. Then it checked that 5 divisible by 5 equal to 0. Yes, it is going to come inside. What it is going to print? R, which is your number right now. It is 5. 5 is a perfect number. Then it is going to again increment by 1. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Then 10 is a perfect number. Okay. 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 is a perfect number. So all these numbers 5, 10, 15, 20 all are being divisible by 5 completely. And that's why it is printing this. Now, for your practice, you can what you can do since I am writing a code in front of you, it's fine. Do these things at your end also. What you can do, you just comment it out. I don't want to write or I don't want to print all the numbers, but I just want to print only those numbers which are completely divisible by 5. Okay, will this work? Let us see. Perfect. It is working fine. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25. Everything is working fine. Why to print all the numbers if I don't have any requirement for that? Or you can also do one thing. You can play this with these codes. What you can do in this condition, you can just write this what? If my number is not completely divisible by 5, then I'll just write it what? A simple else condition, right? It's is for time being not a perfect number. You can give anything. Fine. Let us just see this again. So your code should be logical. Fine. It should serve some purpose. It should solve some problem. Okay. See, 1 is not a perfect number, 2 is not, 3 is not, 4 is not, 5 is a perfect number. Okay. So that's how your logic building takes place. That's how your interview asks, can you write a program for me for finding a maximum of a number or what even odd number or print what your prime numbers for me, composite numbers for me. That's how code is being written. Okay. Can you write the same thing for what your even odd number? We can write. I'll just what I need to do, since we all know that even numbers are being completely divisible by 2, so I'll just write is a even number. Okay. What about else is not a even number? Will this work? Yes, this code logic will work for everything based on my requirement. I have a number 1 to 100. An interview is asking me that, guy, what you should do, you should take a number from 1 to 100. Okay. And as soon as a number divisible by 2 comes, just print it as an even number and else part let it be. It's not an even number. Or we can write just, to be more precise, is a odd number. Okay. Will this work? Let me see. It should work or not. Yes, 93 is an odd number. Yeah, 94 is an even. 95 is an odd. Is an even odd, even odd. Perfect. So with this simple loop, I have solved multiple purpose. Okay, multiple conditions can be checked here. Based upon my requirement, based upon whatever interview is asking to me. But make sure what? First of all, guys, in your while loop, your condition should be satisfied. Okay. Then you should have something what? An increment or a decrement operator. At least your initial value should be initialized or decrease based upon your logic. It's not something you should be gone into what? Infinite loop. That is something you should keep in mind. Okay. Now, I'm giving you one question for for your practice. Just do it at your home. But for time being, I'm just showing to you. Uh, what if your interview asks, print what? Write a program for me for printing what? A to Z alphabet. This is a question. Multiple times questions are being asked. Hmm? Ask no. How you are going to do this in the similar way? It's very easy. How? See, character ch. I am initializing it with what? A smaller a. Fine. Now, what I'll do, I'll just put it inside the while loop, go inside the while loop. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, since I told you I have to check a condition what? That until and unless my ch is less than or equal to what? Z, I have to run this loop. Okay, fine. This is a good condition. Okay, my ch is a to Z, I am going to print it. What I am going to print? The character. See this. Is there anything else I have to write? Condition check is there, statement is there. No, one thing is left. What? I have to increment it. Huh? Obviously, I have to do this. Otherwise, it will be again gone to my what? Infinite loop. 2-3 lines of code is going to give you the entire alphabets for you. Will this work fine? Can we check? Let me just see. See, A to Z. Hmm? Perfect. Now, so solve all these questions at your home also. Once you're done with the trainings. Now, same thing, you guys, you do with your capital A to Z. Okay. Then one more question interview asks, can you print the ASCII value for each character for me? Can you do that? Hmm? Let me check. How can I do that? See, this is the character that I am actually directly printing. But what if I am saying I want to print the ASCII value also? Okay, there are two ways that I can do. First of all, I have told you typecasting. Huh? I have told you na how. So I can directly convert this particular character to my what? A byte or a short or an int. Let me check this if this works. Perfectly working fine. From 97 till 122. We all know that. Smaller number range is what? 97 to 122. What about the capitals? Capital A to capital Z. It was 65 to 90 as far as I remember. Hmm? See this? 65 to 90. All the ASCII values are being printed. Perfect. So all these things can solve your purpose. Fine. Okay. Okay. So I think most of the questions I have solved for you for that while loop. Now I'll tell you what are the real-time use cases at the end for while, do while, and for loop. Now let us just see what your next loop is your for loops. Okay. Now we'll try to solve these similar questions that I have solved for while loop, but in a different way, in a different syntax. Okay. Now, first of all, what is a syntax or what is a workflow or a flow diagram for it? I'll take you to this one. Yes, that I've prepared for you. Yeah. What is this? Flow diagram for my for loop. Okay. What is the condition? What is the case in this case? First of all, I am initializing a value as we are doing in the case of your while loop also. It remains same. Then what happens? It is actually checking a condition as we are doing in case of a while loop also. Fine. Now, as soon as my condition is true, same thing is happening that I am going to execute some statements. Okay. Then I am going to do an increment decrement operator. Then going to check the condition again. If this is true, perform the action again. Increment decremented. Then again condition check, perform the action. It is going to go in the loop, and that's a for loop. Now, as soon as my condition check is false, it is going to come out of the loop, exit the loop, or end the loop. Okay. First thing. Second thing, I am doing it initialization again. Fine. Now I am checking a condition, but if my compiler found that your condition is not checked in the first go, what will we do? It will going to bring me out from the loop. Why it would perform the action? No, your condition is not checked. Come out of the loop. Nothing to do. Hmm? Simple thing that we've done in the while case. In the similar way, we have same logic for your for loop also, but a little bit change in what? Your syntax. See this. It's easy, guys. I think you will be able to make it out from this. Not very hard. How? In the case of a while loop, I was doing the initialization first, like int I is equals to something like this. But what for loop says, why to do this outside it? I'm giving you a brackets, do everything whatever you want to do inside this only. How? I am saying now int I is equals to what? 1. So I'm just printing a number from 1 to 10. Fine, a simple program. And I am saying that I need to match the condition also. What? That my I less than equal to what? 10. Okay. Then I am writing the increment decrement operator here itself. Okay. But see this, how it is working. Because mostly people do an issue or, an error in this way only. Understand what I told. Initialize, we have done. Condition check, we have done. Then where it will be moving on, initialize, condition check, perform action, then increment decrement later on, as we were doing in the case of a while loop. Okay, it's not something like this, initialize, condition check, increment decrement here itself. No, this is a small catch. Okay, condition initialize it, my I is 1, it is 1. I less than 10, it is 10. It is less than 10, yes, condition is verified. Do I need to increment it right now? No. Before that, what do? Perform that action, print this value of I, then do an increment or decrement based upon the condition that I have given. Will this loop go in the what, in an infinite way? No, everything is there. Initialization, condition check, statement printing, increment decrement, it won't go, obviously. Can we check? Yes, we can check. Run as your what, Java application. Let's try to do this. Can you see this? Perfect. Smaller code than while loop also. Hmm? Isn't it? All the conditions, everything we have given a single line, and just print it things for me. Are we going to do this I plus plus here? Is it expected from us? No, because already we have done in the what, for loop conditions. So need not to do this. Okay. Now I'll just start my few interview questions that are asked in the interview, either in your what, input output based, or your what, your technical written based, or directly the interviewer is posting the question in your chats. See this. This is a perfect syntax that you should have for a for loop. Things are working fine. Now, what if I'm saying I have a value int a is equals to 1 that I'm initializing, outer of the loop, and inside of the for loop, what I'm writing that only this a semicolon. Since I have already initialized that a outside, so I'm just writing a semicolon. Fine. Now what I'm saying, I need to check the condition here itself. Then I am doing a increment decrement operator also in this loop. And similar way, what I'm doing, I'm just printing a. Okay. Now you have to tell me, is this a valid way? This one, second one. Int a is equals to 1. I am declaring outside it. Okay. So this is a valid way, guys. Compiler is not giving me error. I won't be getting any error in the runtime also. Why it is a valid way? Because my syntax is correct. How? I have already applied a semicolon. Since I have initialized my value outside, that's fine. If I don't have any semicolon inside, then my syntax would have been wrong. Correct? So I have to make sure syntax is correct. That's fine. Wherever I initialize, it's my call. Yeah. Hmm? My condition is checked perfect. I haven't applied this a plus plus. Increment decrement is there. Should it work for me? Let me see. I'll just comment this out. Otherwise, it'll give multiple things. Okay. Let me just check this if this work or not. Yes, perfectly working fine. No condition, no issues. But try to memorize this only. Okay. This is a valid way. Fine. It's most important for your interview practice, interview question. Do remember it also, but make it a habit to use this for loop. Okay. This was another way of writing the code. Now, another interview question. Can we make this code more messy? How? If I'm saying I'm not initializing or incrementing, decrementing operator here, but I want to do it here, here. Okay. Now, what happens? I have a semicolon for which condition is already initialized. Condition is checking perfectly fine. A statement will be printed fine. Now, but I am not incrementing, decrementing operator in my for loop condition. I am doing it outside. Will this work fine? Let us check. It is working fine. Perfect. Because everything I have, hold it true. I have not diverted from my what? Syntax things. I would have been diverted if there was not no semicolons there. Okay. So by default, compiler understands that you have initialized at least something outside. You have actually incremented, decremented something inside. That's fine. But recommendation is always what? This one. Okay. This is for some interview questions practice I'm doing for you. Now, another important question. What? Hmm? See this. This is really important, guys. And this is the question being asked everywhere. Can you see? Or I'll just apply a space. Is this a valid now? Hmm? Is this valid? What is an issue in this case? No compiler error. That means your compile time execution is successful. No error at compiler's end. But we will have to see at the runtime. What is an issue? See this, guys. Condition is initialized. Perfect. I have a semicolon. Perfect. Where is my second condition? Where is my condition check? How will this for loop get to know that I have to print this? Huh? So by default, what compiler does, it actually understands that you have written a true here. Means every time your condition will remain true. No need to check. By default, it is expecting as a true. So what will happen in this case? Initialization successful, a is equals to 1. Condition check is true. It will print a is equals to 2. Condition true again check, again increment condition true. Every time the condition will remain true here. What should be the output in this case? It is going to take you in your what? Infinite loop. Again, see this. 1 1 1 it is going to print, or it is actually incrementing. Yeah. So it is, see, it is being incremented, huh? Lakhs, 10 lakhs. I just stop it out. Okay. So what it is doing? Incrementing a value also by 1. Now see one of this case. Had this been your case, no compiler error, nothing is there. This is also an interview question. What should be the output? Now here it should print what? 1 every time, because no increment is there. See, infinite times 1 is there. I'll just stop it out. Okay. So make sure that you are writing a correct code. Semicolons are correct. Conditions are matched. Increment, decrement operator is there. And your initialization is there. All these are what? Your interview questions. Okay. Fine. Okay. One more thing for you. Tell me. What if I'm writing a proper condition, a proper way in I is equals to what? Of something like this. I less than equal to 10. And but I don't want to have a increment decrement operator. I just want to have what? I just want to print it. Can you check? No syntax error, nothing is there. Things looks fine for me. But where does the issue comes? See, initialization is successful, condition checking successful. It is going to successfully print for me. But where is the increment decrement operator? What response it is going to print for me? Hmm? Tell me. Okay. Is it going to print only one time one, or infinite time one, or what? See this. See this. See this. See this. Infinite times one. Again, see. Can you see this? I'll just stop it out. So what I'm saying, everything should be there in a for loop and in the while loop. Syntax should be properly maintained. These are very important interview questions that can be, what, missed from your a blink of an eye. You will consider that yes, it is a fine syntax. Everything is fine. Why interview is asking to me? What is an issue in this? You have an issue that won't be visible to you if you don't practice it. Fine. Okay. Now, one more question, and then you will tell me the response of it. What if I am putting a break here? Hmm? As I told you, we can put the break where? For loop, do while, and switch cases. What if I put a break here? Now see this. After printing one single time, it is going to break out of this loop. And the entire condition or the loop will be broken down. Even if I don't have any increment, decrement operator, let it be. Why? Because I have an initialization. I have a condition check successful. I'm going to print something for you. And then I'm going to break. See this? So that's how useful a break statement is. That it is taking you out from an infinite loop that you were running previously. Fine. Understandable. Okay. Now, what if you'll say, or an interview say that, you have already printed your what? even odd number with the help of a while loop, but I just want you to, just tell me, prove me that it is also applicable to a for loop. Huh? Can this be done? Let us see. So what I need to do, I need to just what? Increment my, I need to have some initialization of my value, and I am initializing it with 1. I am now checking the condition. It should be less than number 10, means I can have a number from 1 to 100, anything like this. And I am just incrementing this number also. Okay? Easy to write. I hope you understand now. You know the logic, code, and everything. Now, why I am giving you this or writing in front of you this even odd, you can do this at your own also. But I am trying to tell you why, because I am going to use a if condition now inside my for loop. Okay, so that's a nested if sort of in my for loop. That was a nested if in case of my while loop. Now, what is the condition? The condition remains same. If my number modulus 2 equal to 0, that means what? The number is what? Number plus is a even number. And what if my condition is not matched? Obviously, I need to have an else block also. You know, I need to have. What if my condition is not matched? Let it be. If my modulus operator is returning 1 for me, it's not returning 0 for me, then I'll do and print that my number is a odd number. Will this work? Any increment decrement operator needed else? Anything? Check it out. Will this give you a proper response from 1 to 100? I hope it should. See, 1 is an odd number, 2 is an even number, 3 is an odd number, 4 or 4 even, 5. It's perfectly working fine. So it's all about what loop you're going to use. It's all about your use cases. How long, how big, how small your use cases. And that will give you a thought that which loop you have to use. Things can work fine from any loop. But obviously, I'll be giving you some real-time use cases from where we have to use what loops. Fine. Okay. Now, the code that we have written for what? Your alphabetic printing. Fine. Can we do this with the help of your for loop also? Yes, we can do in a single line. How? See, int, not int, character ch is what? See, remember, if I'm writing a character, I need to be put inside a single quotations only. I cannot just write double quotations or without any quotations. Okay. I need to check what? Your condition with the Z. And then what? I need to increment it. Simple. Nothing else. Everything is done here only. What I need to print? For printing my alphabets from 1 to Z, A to Z. CH directly, because CH holds the value of A. Huh? Okay. Let me just see. A to Z. Everything is printing fine. Huh? Now do this homework for your capital A to capital Z also. And one more interview question. It's very important. How you are going to make sure that whatever characters you're printing a ASCII value for it. Can you do that? Simple thing. What? Earlier I have used byte. Let me use short this time for typecasting. Typecasting is what? A data conversion from your character type to a numeric type, because we all know that character is also coming from a numeric family, as I've already proved you. See this? Should print all the ASCII values. Yes, yes, it is going to print 97 to 122. Similar thing you should try it with your capital A to capital Z. Okay. And how other way we can actually print the value of what this. Can we write? Just need to practice. I'm just giving some thought that I want to print the character also, and in front of every character I want to have a number or ASCII value. How? So character can be what? Concatenated with a string. This colon is a string for me. Character is what? Character coming. And what about if I am printing what? Tell me. Is this going to print? So this is a homework for you. Okay, do this because this is not a correct. Okay, so just print it. How we are going to print the value here? Fine. I have told you this S colon. It is fine, but I am already printing the similar value. But I need not to print this character value. I need to print the ASCII value. Okay. Just tell me how you can do that. Practice. Fine. Okay. I think I'm good with this for loop. Multiple things have been covered up. Fine. Now, one more example. I want you to practice it at your own. What? Write a program to actually print the number in the reverse order. Like I want a number to be printed from 100 to 1, not from 1 to 100. Okay. Take it as an assignment. Do it. Fine. Okay. I think I have covered for loop and while loop. Now, important loop comes is do while loop. This is also important, guys. Not very highly frequently used, but use cases are there. So what is do while loop? Okay. What does this says? What is the English meaning of this do while? See this in my, okay, next slide for you. I prepared that. So what is do while? We know while is what? First condition check, perform the statement, increment, decrement, again condition check, till my condition becomes false. Keep on executing the while loop. What for loop says? That initialize something. Fine. Condition check, perform the statement, increment, decrement. Fine. Then again condition check, perform a statement, then again increment, decrement, and loop will go on further. Now, what does do while loop says? This is the difference. Interview asks what is the difference between while and do while. A small difference is what? You have a starting point. Fine. Here, before condition checking, guys, understand, before condition checking, you have a statement to be executed one time at least. Fine. So you have a start. You will be executing some statement. Then you will be checking a condition. If this condition holds true, you are going to execute the statement again. Check the condition again. Whether it is true, hold the statement, execute the statement again until and unless your condition becomes false. Fine. Now you can ask me, Nishant, what if my condition is not matched in the first go only? See this. I started my loop. Statement will be executed one time. That is a use case. That is an importance of it. Even if your condition will be checked later on, okay, and it's not matching, it's going to false. It is obviously going to end the loop, but before ending a loop, it is going to print your statement one time for sure. So what is the difference between while and do while loop? That in do while loop, your statement is going to be printed at least one time, whether your condition is matched or your condition is not matched. I hope this is clear. How it has to be done, what is the syntax? I am telling you. Okay. Now see this. What I am writing, what int x is 1. Okay, perfect. This is a way we have to write a do. What it is saying, do this means execute few statement. Condition will be checked later on, but at least execute some statements for me. What? I'm printing number x. Okay. Can you see this? There is an error because it is saying that you have not inserted a while statement for me. Fine. While. What is the syntax of while? Curly these braces only. Huh? And what I have to give inside this? A condition that has to be checked. See this. What is the condition? Same thing. And just semicolon. What does this loop now prints for you? Tell me. Is it going to print 1 to 10 or 1 infinite times or only single one? What? See this. I've initialized the condition with 1. Perfect. This is done. It comes inside the do loop. Do printed some statement for me, means it printed 1 for me. Fine. Then it will be checking the condition whether 1 is less than your 10. Yes, it is 10. Again, perform do action. Means what? System is still 1. It has not been incremented to be 2. So every time my what value remains same, the value of x remains 1. Can we see this? Let us check this out. 1 1 1. Can you see this? I need to terminate it. This is an infinite loop. This is also an example. In case of your do while, how can a loop becomes infinite? What should we do? Now, we need not to give any increment decrement operator after this. Means you should never give this in this way. No, because what happens, guys, after this while loop, the cursor or the compiler again goes to my do. So whatever you have to write, just write it out here. Now understand what it is saying. It is saying you have a value x initially 1. What you do something, do print that value 1. Now After printing 1, increment it to be 1. So now my x becomes 2. X 2 is less than 10. Yes, it is. What it should print, you guys? 1 to 10, 1 to 11, what? Hmm? Let us see. 1 to 10. Perfect. Hmm? So you should always write. I'll just try to show you if you're writing this uh, because I've not experimented it. Let us see if this works or not. See, can you see this? Again, this infinite loop. It's not checking this x plus plus. It is not performing that action because the, the loop says you have to start, you have to perform a statement in this, performing in a statement, then checking the condition using while loop. Okay? Then again goes to that statement, means do only. It's not coming to the next statement. So it's completely vague. Now, tell me one more thing. What if I am writing, or what if I'm writing, guys, x plus plus here? Will this make a difference? Now, this will create an impact for you. Understand this now. How? There is always, that's why logics are so much important. Otherwise, everyone could have written a code. Huh? Understand what it is going to print you. This is an interview question. It is going to print 1 to 12, 1 to 11, 2 to 11, 1 to 10, or infinite loop. These are the what alternatives that I have given to you. 1 to 10, 2 to 11, 1 to 11, or what? Infinite. See this. Explaining to you. Initialize value of x by 1. Cool. In the do, come inside the do. You have a value x, but post incremented. First of all, this is x, 1 only. But after passing from 128th line, and I am going on 129th line. So what is the value of x? It has been incremented by 1. It becomes 2. What it should print? 2 or 1? See this. See this. Very, very important question. Where is the 1? How about, how comes the 11? Now see this. What I told you. Initialize by 1. Fine. This is also 1 right now. But as soon as I goes from this statement to 129, this is a post increment operator. It makes your x value to 2. And I am printing the value 2 first. So 1 is gone. No 1 is printed. Now, okay. 2 is printed, 2 condition check, fine. Now 2 becomes 3 here, 3 printed, 3 condition check. It becomes 4, 4 printed, 4 condition check, similar way for 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Now it becomes 9 here, understand. 9 is printed, cool. 9 is less than 10, yes it is. 9 becomes 10 now here. 10 will be printed, condition check, 10 is less than equal to 10, yes it is. Again going to do, 10 becomes 11. And 11 will be printed here. Now it will check in the condition. Is 11 less than equal to 10? No, it is not. Come out of the loop. And that's how it is going to print to 2 to 11 and not 1 to 10 or 2 to 12 or something else. Good question. It is a perfect interview question for making your eyes blink, huh? And to give you a correct answer. Okay. Now, one more thing. What if I am saying, I told you one more case. What if I am saying my condition is not matched in the initial statement only? Then what is in that case? See this. I'll just put it here only. The previous way, it is going to print what 1 to 10 only. Yeah, 1 to 10. Fine. Now, what I'm saying that I'm checking this condition like this. What? Int x is equals to 1. It is. Yes, it is 1. What you do? Do print this statement. Means 1 will be printed. Then 1 will be incremented by 1. Means it becomes 2. Is your 2 greater than 10? No, it is not. Come out of the loop then. Condition not checked. First condition not checked. What it is going to print for you? Huh? Only 1. Nothing else. Similar case I can show you for previous also. Now tell me what it is going to print you. The condition is not matching first. 1 or 2. Now it is going to print 2 for you. Why? Initial value was 1. Coming inside the do, initial value here also is 1. But after going from here on the 129th line, x has been incremented by 1 because of post increment operator. It becomes 2 here. It printed 2 and 2 is greater than 10. No, it is not. Condition false. Now just print 2 for me. Hmm? Good question. Okay. Can we write your do also with break statements? I'm just giving the correct answers. Means correct code. It is going to print right now what 1 to 10 for you. Okay. Now what if I am saying, guys, uh, print something, print a statement, increment an operator, but after that what? Just break it. I need not to print anything else. What is the output in this case? 1 or 2? 1, 2 of what? See this. 1 only. Why? 1 is initialized. What you do? You actually perform or print something. 1. 1 has become 2. Just break it. I need not to do anything. That's an example of what? A break statement with do while. So I've shown you break can be used with what? Switch previously. Today I've shown you with for, what? While and do while. Okay. Now, so I am vaguely breaking here. Okay. Obviously, break should always happen when you have some condition already matched. Now, how can I improve this code, guys? See this. Now, this I am showing you a logic where I am actually embedding or nesting my if into do while loop. Okay. Remember this, need not to do anything in while. Everything has to be written in the do only in case of a do while loop. Now, what is the condition I'm saying? Condition I'm saying, as soon as your x becomes 5, what you do? You just need not to do anything. Just print what? Just a second. Just print what? Your loop is, your code is over and what? Break it. I told you, break not only going to break you from this if condition, it is going to break you from the entire loop. Now, what is the response you're expecting here? 1 to 5? Only 5 or what? Hmm? Tell me. Then I'll tell you one more thing. See, 1, 2, 3, 4. And as soon as 5 comes, it printed this. Loop break is over. Now, you can ask me, Nishant, can we write this x plus plus after this if condition also, na? Can we write this? Huh? Can we write or not? What is the impact on the in this case? First of all, condition 1 is 1. It will print 1. Condition false, it will become 2. Now, see this. Is there any change? See, now it is going to print 5 also for you because here it has become 5. Fine. So that's some changes, some optimization, some things you have to do, as soon as you practice. One more thing, because that is really important and that will be common for all the cases. If I am just control X, can I write something here? This is an interview question because obviously a compiler error won't be shown in front of that person. So understand, as soon as you break, everything will be broken down. No statement will be reachable after that. Nothing will happen. Understand what it is saying? Unreachable code. You cannot reach it here. Why you are what incrementing it? So this is valid for everything. You cannot what write any statement after break in for loop, while, do while. You cannot just do that. Huh? Okay. Now this is what your do while loop. Easy, understandable. I think logics are cleared now. Now, one more thing I have, that is your nested loops. And from that nested loops, so many questions, coding questions, interview questions are being made out of it. Before telling to you that, what I am going to tell you, what are the use cases for your loops now, because people asked what, that are you writing loops for just coding purpose, or you have some use cases also, valid use cases where we should use the while loop? Huh? A question is there where we should use it. Understand it. For everything, we should have some logic. We should have an understanding. I'll give you an example. Calendars. Okay. If I tell you that I need to select a 26th January date of year 2027. How you are going to do this via automation? Obviously, I'll be telling you, but these cases where what? Hmm? Tell me, where your number of iterations are not fixed. You don't know how many times you have to execute the loop. Okay, iterations are not fixed. You can run a loop any number of times until and unless that particular condition is matched. You will be using a while loop in that case. Okay, how? In calendars, I don't know how many days, months I have to pass to reach 26 January 2027. I don't know that. So what will I do? I'll just put a while condition that until my this date is available or present, keep on clicking next. A simple way I'm telling you. Obviously, I'll be telling you in that case of Selenium, but this is a simple logic that until and unless my expected date is met, I just keep on what? Doing next. So while loops are used where my iterations are not fixed. Perfect. And for such use cases are what? Your calendar handling. Any other examples? Hmm? You know the web tables. If you know, you know. Web tables are something what? A tables to be storing the data. Fine. Dynamic web tables are what? Their size will keep on growing. Okay? Means you will be having multiple pages. 1 to 100 page can be there with a single table. How you are going to handle them? If I am saying that you have to search a name like Rohan in that web table, and I don't know that particular name is present in which page, how we are going to do that? So you're going to keep on clicking onto the next button on the pagination until and unless you found Rohan name. Huh? In this, my iterations are not fixed. I don't know how many times the loop I have to run. Perfect. Web table paginations are another example. Okay. Okay. Now, what if I say that you keep on searching what for a particular element on a web page? Fine. And as soon as you find a particular element, click on that element. Is there any number of iterations fixed? Huh? No. You'll keep on searching, keep on applying a while loop. Means while loop will keep on searching internally that until and unless a particular web element is found, I am not going to perform any action. Fine. Check. Feasibility of web element. Fine. Again, next, what can be the use case? A perfect use case. Infinite scrolling. You do on Instagram, Facebook, Twitters. You have your LinkedIn pages. How these are managed? How you can scroll down infinite times with an automation? You don't know how many times of scrolls you have to do, to reach to the end of the page because it is infinite. You're getting feeds every minute, every day, huh? So infinite scrolling concept can be handled with the help of your what? While loop. I'll be showing you all these practical examples in Selenium because these are the topics have to be covered. Fine. Okay. Let's talk about what? Your for loop. Okay. What are the examples? So first of all, understand where my oh, sorry, where my iterations are known and they are fixed. For that case, what I do, I'll just use a for loop. Like I know what I'm not writing, otherwise it takes consume more time. Just listen. If I know that I have to work on number of months in a year, I know it is 12 months. I can just directly apply a loop from 1 to 12, work on that part based upon my requirement. If I know that I have to work on number of days in a week, I know it is 7. It is fixed. I'll apply a loop from 1 to 7. Okay. I'll work on my statements. Now, real time, more real time. What? In an Amazon application, if I know that under a particular like what grocery category, I have 10 items that is being displayed every day. And anyone has told me that you have to actually fetch all those 10 items. Do I need to apply a while loop? No, I know these are the 10 items. I'll keep inside for loop. until and unless the size grows. Okay, another example. In a web page, obviously we have some headers and footers. What about if my footers are common or it is of 20 size, means I have 20 footers elements. I can use a for loop for that. Hmm? So where my size, where my number of iterations are fixed, iterations are known, I'll be using the for loop. Okay. What about my do while loop? Where it is used? Huh? Okay. So in that case, what happens? Just giving a simple example. I am saying that you have a web element to be checked on a page. And if that web element is found, okay, then what you need to do? You perform the next action. Fine. So in this case, what will happen? In do, what will you write? You are going to check the visibility of that web element on that page. Even if this is not found, you are actually checking the visibility of that element, correct? Because it is going to perform one time action. Means the visibility of the element will be checked for sure. Even if your while condition is matching or not, even if you are able to click another element or not, but your visibility of the particular element which you are writing in a do will be checked at least one time, even if your condition is failing. Fine. So these are the real-time use cases that I'll be obviously discussing up with you in the coding format. Fine. Now let us just see a nested loop case and then we'll be over. Nested loop, I'm just giving you from an example. What is the nested loops? I have already told you that when we have a for loop inside a for loop or for loop inside a do while loop or something like this, these are all comes under the category of what? Nested loops. Now, the most common nested loops are what? For inside the for. You have seen so many millions of examples like what? You have to print some star pattern, okay? In reverse order, in from the right order, from the left order, multiple things are there. Fine. A simple example I am giving for you. If I want to write something like this, okay, these are all the interview questions, okay? But I am just giving you a code, means writing a code, a logic for that, how you're going to write, okay? So yeah, so that you can, practice all these more complex, some easy problems at your end. So I'm just written a simple code where I want to print 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 in the first line. In the next line, in the next row, what I have to print? 1, 0, 1, 1, 1, 2, 1, 3. Okay. In the next line, I have to print what? 2, 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 2, 3. And the last line, I have to print what? 3, 0, 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3. How many loops we need in this case? If someone knows, obviously I've worked on, we will be needing 2 for loop. How and why? So make sure, guys, make sure for number of rows and for number of columns, we will be requiring 1 loop each. Like if I have whatever rows I have, I'll be requiring 1 loop for rows and 1 loop for my what? Columns. How I have to do? See this. I'm applying a simple int initialize with value 0 because I have to print from 0 to 3. Okay. Initialize my value from this thing and less than equal to 3. Fine. I plus plus. This is my one of the for loop. Inside this, what I am writing? Again, one of the for loop for my what? Columns. Why? Because I have to print 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3 in the first row. And in the first row, how many columns are there? This one. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, and 0, 3. 4 columns are there. Similarly, in the second row, 4 columns are there. So I have to apply second for loop for my columns. I can take any other variable like I am initializing with the 0. Why? Because I have to print like 0, 0 also in my column. That's why I am printing it. And j less than equal to 3 because till 3 I have to print and j plus plus. Fine. Now what I have to print? That is in question. Loop I have applied and how will this loop works? Understand. See guys, I told you that you have initialized with something, your condition is matched, then you will be performing some what? Statement. Okay. That means for your I is equals to 0 value, fine, your this loop will work. And how many number of times? It is going to work for 4 times. How? 0, 1, 2, 3. Until and unless your condition fail, For I equal to 0, this is going to work for 4 times. It is going to run for 4 times because this is the statement for you right now. You don't have any other statement like system.out.println or something like this. For I is equals to 0, for this initial condition where your condition is matching, you have to perform this statement. And what this statement says, it have a loop. And what does this loop says? That you just need to print what? Tell me. You need to print 0, 0. How you are going to print it? Can you see? You are getting a value 0 from I. Can I print I here? Okay. And you have to print second value of j, that is your 0. How can you print? You can take 0 from here also. Huh? So if I am just going to do this I plus j, it is going to add it because this is not a string. So what I have to do, I have to concatenate with a string first. Fine. Then I am going to add j. So how this will work means I will act as a string only now here since I am concatenating with a string. Fine. Okay. Any other thing I have to do? Can I check a code if this works? So for I is equals to 0, how many number of times j is going to work? 4 times. How? J is 0 j 0 less than 3. Yes, it is going to print this. Fine. Again going to come on this part, increment it. Now j becomes 1 less than 3. Yes, again going to print this. Now j becomes 2 less than 3. Yes, it is going to print again. Now increment it again, 3. Now j becomes 3 less than equal to 3. Yes, it is there. It is going to again print this. Fine. Now j becomes 4. Is your condition satisfied? No. So for I is equals to 0 only, your loop will run 4 times. Means how? For I is equals to 0 means your I, what I am saying, I0 is what? I0 equals to means 0th row. Okay. So for the 0th row, how many times of printing will work? 4 times. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Okay. I is 0 only. The value of I is not incrementing. For I is equals to 0. J is incremented. Perfect from here. First it was 0. After increment becomes 1, then 2, then 3. Can I check? Will this work? Let me check if this should work. Okay. Can you see this? I'm getting some values, but not in the correct format that I have written here. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. Yes, it is working fine for me. Hai na? Code is working fine, but I have some bugs and issues that I have to fix. What? So what it is doing, guys, what this line says, print ln. ln means next line. Everything you are printing in the next line means, first of all, what you printed 0, 0, then it is going to print again the next part in the next line. What if I am just removing this ln? So what this says, that system.out.print, now it is going to print without going to the next line. Can I see if I have fixed some code issues? Can I see this? Okay, I have fixed something. Instead of vertical line, I'm getting horizontal now. Means my next line is not going. Okay. Whether my output is correct, 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2. Yes, it is correct. It also seems to be correct till 3, 3. Now, what I can do, see this, a small bug fix is there, that you printed your what? 0, 0 first. Then again you printed what? 0, 1. But there is no gap between these two printing. What you should do? You should actually have a something like this. What this will do? It is going to come on the next line. Means how? See this. You printed this thing. Fine. 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3. But what about 1, 0? It should be in the next line, correct? So as soon as your this loop is over, for I is equals to 0, this is your second statement. Means the cursor will come to the next line. Should I see if I have fixed something? Okay, yes, I have did something. A small issue is still there. What? My 0, 0, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, there is no spacing between them, though I have made a correction in my next line. That for entire row, my next row is printing in the next row only. How can I fix this? How can I bring a space between 0, 0, 0, 1? So see this, for every print, can I concatenate it with a space here? Means what I am trying to do, I is 0, concatenating with j is 0, that's fine. I am concatenating it with now what? A space. So how this will act? In this way, 0, 0, space. Then as soon as it is going to print the next thing, how it is going to print? 0, 1. Okay, then space. Should I see? if this has been fixed or not, whether I'm getting correct output right now or not. Can you see this? Perfect. What was the expectations? I have got the output. Hmm? So this is a question of a nested loop where my for loop is there inside my one of the for loop. Okay. I know this is complex. I have tried to explain it in a more simpler language, but the more you will solve the problem, once I'll giving you the assignments, more you will understand how these loops are working. Because this is all about practice. It's not about learning or memorizing these. Okay. So for the nested loops, I think I am over. I am good. We'll be discussing next topic in the next class, guys. For this class, I am good. If you have any questions, we can take up that. Hmm? Do we have any questions? Yes, no, anything? Okay, I think then we are good to close, guys. Huh? Okay, then I'll be posting this recording along with some assignments by tomorrow. Yeah. Thanks a lot guys. Thanks for joining.
Thank you.